goes. Gary from Springboro, Ohio, where I believe Smokey, the sleep apnea coonhound, lives. Springboro. Wonder if Gary knows him. Oh, it's her husband. From Christy in Springboro, I just watched Lawrence of Arabia and trying to extrapolate what meaning it has for the Middle East today. I have to admit the subject of bromance, well, the key to as far as how it operates today, is less Faisal and more Anthony Quinn. I don't know that wise men preside there as much. I think you should have to think of it as a the Anthony Quinn character is emblematic to me of the absolute rigidity, i.e. fascist nature of some of the tribes over there. I have to admit the subtext of bromance between Ali Omar Sharif and Lawrence P.D. O'Toole was hard to get my head out of. But did this working amongst the Bedouins make the state of Arabia the powerhouse of the sheiks and shekels that it is today? Thanks for the insight. Well, this is why T.E. Lawrence is such a conflicted character. He went native and he championed, some feel that he was such an Anglo and such a Brit that when he went off the reservation, or Indian, or whatever you want to call it, Stockholm Syndrome, he was doing it to, you know, that was his fantasy. He was so buttoned down that he loved the idea of him out there in the desert as a sheikh. But quite frankly, the kingdom that he was the Lawrence of Arabia to has always been a mindlessly brutal kingdom. I mean, you watch that, and you know, the fact is that immediately when they take over Aqaba, it turns into a complete debauchery, where the point they're fighting within their own houses. And my feeling is that that's immediately what it would revert to if Israel was liquidated, as Ahmadinejad would like to do, is immediately they would turn on each other, because it almost seems endemic to their DNA to fight, to be fractious. And right now they share this common hatred of Israel, but I have no delusions that it would turn into Happy Town. And by the way, they're not going to do that to Israel, because Israel has signaled with Bibi Netanyahu that they don't think America's going to back the play anymore, and they need a tough guy in there. So the Likud party looked up and said, we want to talk more, and they saw a Roadrunner cloud heading off into the distance. The Jews know they're dealing with nuts there. Nuts who feel they get into heaven if they liquidate them. What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to offer themselves up? Of course not. They put Bibi in, he'll get the game right. And so your question about, I don't think of Arabia as the powerhouse today. I think of it as a reactionary place where, quite frankly, if they didn't have their common hatred of Israel, they would all turn on each other in a second. So, obviously that's fantasy land for me, the internecine fighting between them, but one would, I think one would be kidding themselves if they conceded that if, without their, as they refer to, the Jewish problem, they wouldn't have any sort of rancor. They're pissed off people. They go to jihad over pizza toppings. Case closed. I don't know what it is. Probably too fucking hot. How's about it comes down to that? Everybody's trying to read the deeper meaning. When I'm hot, I got sand in my ass. That's why I'm cranky. Enjoy these samples of the Bathrobe Sessions, a weekly video available only to members of the DMZ, the Dennis Miller Zone, on DennisMillerRadio.com.